Internet, and welcome to my impending demise. So I am still here, floating in the void of space. I don't know where the baby beluga is, but my best way of finding it, if it's still out there, is to reclone myself. So this should, if I respawn at the beluga, this should work because I'll have my body marker, so I can leave a GPS at it and then fly to my body. I'm hoping that I just flew too far away from it and didn't realize. So, alright. Here we go. Yes! Okay. I'm where I need to be. So we have a GPS. Oh yeah, I was 8 kilometers out. I bet you the antenna's only set for 5. Yeah. But that's good, so we're still running, we still have power. Let's go get this body. I think at this point, my best bet is to just try and jump back towards home and see how far I make it and see what happens once I get there. Hopefully I end up close enough to an asteroid that I can hop over there and try and gather some resources. It may be worth building a solar panel just to keep the ship running, because then at the very least I have power, I have a respawn. It won't be enough to recharge the jump drive, at least very quickly, but it may help a little bit. Alright. All of that good stuff. Now we know where our ship is. In fact, I don't have a ton of room. Now let's go back. I have the heavy thing in my inventory right now are these sensor components and these radio components. I don't remember how many of these I need for an ore detector, but that would be handy. Because if I have an ore detector, I can scout out asteroids and then go to one with ice. My other thought was to go back and gather some stone so that I could produce some stuff. Because I do have the survival kit, so I can build at the very least a solar panel and some of the basic blocks. Alright, so what do I need? I need 20 detector components. Ooh, but I only need 1 for a small grid. Can I... Okay. This is gonna get a little wacky. So, I don't have enough stuff to fully build this rotor, but to use it as a transition to small grid, I don't need to. Because I can do that. I can rotor lock it, though this orientation doesn't matter too much. Then, with a little ore detector on top, now I have the ability to scan stuff. So actually strike my earlier statement about jumping away. If I can find an ice asteroid nearby, then it's probably better to go and gather that ice, use it to refuel the ship, than it is to try and jump and hope I have enough power to survive. So, radio spectrometry on the large display. Then we point ourselves at an asteroid, because I lined up the detector in line with this camera. We'll see what we have. Which looks like iron. My guess is those are all the same cluster, but let's see. Oh, nope, that one's made of stone. Oh. I think this one has uranium at it. That's interesting, but not particularly helpful. Well, I think I've searched everything in this orbit. I'm seeing nothing. I have an idea here. We'll start jumping back towards home, but I'm not going to do a full jump. I'm going to leave it at sort of minimum distance. This shouldn't drain too much power. Hopefully, I end up somewhere near an ice asteroid. This will at least reset the asteroids around me so I have new ones to check. And I'm close enough to that one to go and, even if it doesn't have ice, I can use it. I do need, though, to turn my engines on. Oh. No. I need to turn off the jump drive. Otherwise, I was going to drain the last bit of battery power I had. Also, I don't like that that pirate raider is just sitting over there. Do I have any weapons left? No. Okay, well, what does this have? Stone. Maybe a little silicon. Cool, 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 cool. We are ever so slightly drifting. I'm gonna keep an eye on that raider. Empty out what junk I have. If I can. Let's go get some stone. We can then at least do that solar panel. The solar panel will give me enough confidence to do some more looking around without worrying about draining the last bit of juice I have. I'm actually reasonably close to a couple asteroids here. So this is a good place to have jumped into. Alright, 12 girders and 32 solar cells. We can do that. Looks like I'll need more stuff, which makes sense. Alright, there we go. Now I got solar power. If we look at our battery, still depleting, but we've bought ourselves a bit of time. Now, let's see if some of these other asteroids have some useful stuff in them. That looks icy. No, it's actually made of cobalt. Sure. Ooh. Okay. That one dead ahead is ice. We are still very slowly drifting. It should be fine. At the very least, our GPS will get us in the right direction. Alright. Let's get a bit of this. Hopefully this thing isn't too far away, though it's looking like it might be. If I can get enough ice to give myself a little thrust, I could potentially get over here, park myself close enough and it's easy to refuel. Though this thing is like 10 kilometers out. Alright, where is the ice? It was a pretty strong signal, which I assume corresponds to how much there is. And I may be in trouble if it's all like deep in the core. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to dig a prospecting hole. Where did I enter? Ow. Well, I've done a big loop in there. Nothing. Curse you, rock. Give me your ice. Okay, there may be some ice here somewhere, but I'm not gonna find it like this. Let's just go.
Energy low.
My energy is gonna be an issue. Go to this other one, see. I didn't scan this, but we'll see if we get lucky, and then I may stop by that one that's back on my way. Just because it looks like ice. When I scanned it, it wasn't. But maybe I've somehow mixed up the two asteroids I was looking at. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything from just a quick visual. Do a quick loop of this one. And then keep looking. It's annoying that I found ice but can't get to it. And unfortunately, because the ore detector is a small one, even if I were to, fly myself there, I wouldn't actually have any better range. I mean, I would have slightly better range than with my hand drill. But I can't maneuver that very well. And it wouldn't be that much better. Especially for the size of that asteroid. And now that we're closer, it's clearly just stone. I feel like it said there was some iron here, but pretty much useless to me. Okay. Well, get back, recharge ourselves, and keep looking. We at least have a bit of reserve power with the solar panels, so worst case we can limp ourselves back at sublight, which would take an agonizing amount of time. Yeah, I mean, I'm dead on that asteroid, and it's got some lovely ice spikes, but it must have been buried deep in the core. That one is showing ice too. Okay. I'll bite. Let's roll our solar panel into the sun. This thing's even further away than the other ones. I hope there's some ice here, because otherwise this whole trip's not really even worth it. I did just have a thought. If I can get enough juice in the jump drive to get it back to jump ready, I could set a GPS here, jump to it. Then I should be close enough for the ice without having to worry so much about, the fuel to get here. Because the drive only needs to charge a little bit to get ready. It still had most of its charge. Oh. Haha! It's not much, but it's ice. Okay. Okay, we've got a GPS. Let's get a load. I don't want any of it floating off into space. We'll float ourselves back. Then we should have enough. If I can get the drive back ready, we should have enough to hop over here. That'll make these trips a lot more manageable. O2 gen is there. My O2 tank is off, so it doesn't take any of it. Where's my... There you are, hydrogen tank. Oh, I may not have enough power to run the generator. Right, I only have one engine left. So if we turn it on for a bit. Now, I've broken my... There's the O2 gen. Oh, I think I have broken my connection because the two side... Ah, crud. Okay. I should be able to put it in through here, though. There we go. Now our tank is filling. Let's go ahead. All system, we'll do this from the cockpit. Alright. All systems go. Engine on. I think it's on. Where is jump drive? Recharge. Huh. Okay, maybe... Interesting. I thought the jump drive used an amount of charge equal to the distance it traveled. This thing looks like it was empty, so maybe it doesn't. That's interesting to know. Apparently, you might as well jump whatever full distance you can, because doing a short jump doesn't save you anything. I wonder if it's because I turned off recharge. And that's what caused my issue. Yeah, dang. So we are not going to, we aren't actually going to be able to refuel or, recharge enough for a jump. Okay. If I turn it off, we hold power. Save just a tiny bit of engine juice. Yep, so it's still got what it has. Okay, well, looks like I'm going to be slow boating it for the ice for a bit. No, the tank is empty. One more load and I can at least propel myself forwards. It may not be at a very high speed, but if I can close the distance, that'll help. Alright, almost out of ice. There we go. So how much? We have 0.3% of our fuel tank, which is still pretty good. 50,000 liters of fuel. Let's turn on just our forward-facing thruster, or, you know, forward moving us thruster. Okay, if I get myself up to 50 meters a second. Good enough. Okay, they used about 10,000 liters, which means we should have enough to slow down at the other end. Which I will go ahead and vector for. We're doing a good old turn and burn. Some classic space thrusting. Turn that back off. We'll be ready to turn everything on. Because then I'll, you know, any slight sideways drift I have will be alleviated. So, roll for solar. Not a great angle, but it's what we got. Now, unfortunately, I could start basically from scratch and build a basic assembler, basic refinery, and then work my way up to where I could have a drill to mine this ice. I may just keep doing it by hand for a while, get myself enough fuel. Basically, I just need to run the engines for a while. And I will need a fair bit of juice, so I don't know how long that'll take, but I guess we'll find out. Alright, thrusters on. Decelerating. Let's trajectorize ourselves a little. Get ourselves as right over the ice as we can. Alright, that's pretty good. Now, we do a bunch of mining. A whole bunch of mining. Alright, I've just spent like the better part of an hour shoveling ice into the old steam engine here. If we look at what we got going. So, our tank isn't filling because we're running the engine. Engine is staying full. If we look at our ice. Yeah, so generator's full. And then we have a fair bit stockpiled. Almost 2 more full generators. Our jump drive fully recharged in half an hour. Yeah, so with our current power generation, I noticed this earlier when, the batteries were draining every time I jumped. Especially with one engine, even with 2 engines, this thing, the jump drive is slow. I don't think this was a particularly well-designed craft for its task. I could roll a little bit, get sun before it drops off the asteroid. And actually, let's turn on our thrusters. I did fix the conveyoring for the front thruster. Unfortunately, I had to grind down that container there, which means I can't refill hydrogen from the survival kit, and I don't have a hydrogen bottle, so that's not great. Gonna get ourselves out a little bit just so we can get sun for longer. I think I'm gonna try a new approach. That one I turned off. I turned off pretty much everything to conserve power where I could. So, I was seeing every so often a Mayday signal pop up, or a Space Pirate Mayday. I am going to try and wait for that. First I need to make sure that this thing is on.
Fuel low.
Yes, it is. Should be good to spawn there. I'm gonna put all of my stuff away. If I respawn in a new clone, I'll have a full tank of fuel. So, put away all the good stuff at least. I want to make sure I can find this Mayday. Nah, I should go ahead and do the thing. Alright. We'll just leave those here. Don't mind that fella. So now, I wait for red, go after it, and I'm just gonna basically fly in there without anything, try and grind some stuff. My thought here, if there's a Mayday signal out there, it's probably got a battery with charge on it. If I can steal that battery, get it back here and attach it to the ship, I can drain the charge on that battery into the jump drive. Basically, I'm going on a power stealing mission. I just have to hope that whatever thing I find is unarmed. Oh, okay. There it was. I feel like it's somewhere this way. Come on, Mayday. Alright, 15 kilometers out that way. I know where the ice is, so I know where to go. Let's see if we can get ourselves some jump juice. See a flickering there. That might be our... Yep, that's our target. Let's redirect. I don't know how close I am. I can't yet really see it. Okay, I think I just have it now. I'm hoping that this isn't a well-armed thing. Actually looks like... seeing a lot of stuff. Maybe... this might be a debris field. Yeah, this looks like... something that blew up. Let's be careful, because there could be turrets in amongst the debris. In fact, I'd be surprised if there weren't. I'm guessing that with the solar panel is the main structure. Oh. Okay, actually this is much smaller than I gave it credit for. That's not great. Oh no, it isn't. I was just further away. Space is tricky sometimes. There's not too much going on. This doesn't give me great hope that there's going to be a battery lying about. Ooh. Ah, but that's an oxygen bottle. Don't need that. That's a good point. I could get if I get a hydrogen bottle, that would be handy for me. At the very least, oh, that is battery. It's next to a sparky bed, but okay. Unfortunately, I was hoping for something a little more intact just so I could move it easier. But that is good. If I can find enough salvage here to sort of build a basic ship out of that. Ooh, what do we have here? Oh, that's an O2H2 gen. It's nice, but I don't actually care that much. And in there. Another downside of this. Gonna struggle. Actually, if I do this carefully, I may not need any power cells, but I should be able to take this over. I have 4 emergency cells, so I can fix it if I need to. Yeah. Alright. That is one intact battery. Let's claim this grid so it doesn't go away. I now have somewhere I can sit and get power back, which is good. Now we keep exploring these wrecks. Oh! Okay, there are still turrets. Noted. That should be fine because I have a GPS of where to go. And my body was there, so that helps. This is why we didn't take any of our good tools. So, I'm guessing that the turret is on that piece. Because I was probably in range of the other side of it when I got shot. Okay. I don't like this. I'm not seeing a turret. That might mean it's in that piece. Just... Oh, nope, there it is. Hello, turret. Okay. This should work, because I can just grind off this. And this is a shame. Actually, this is a good thing to find. Yep, turret's dead. Oh, and another battery. Okay, if I can build all this junk into some sort of ship, this'll set me up pretty well. And it should give me enough parts that I can repair all the systems on the Baby Bee. There's a battery on this chunk. There are batteries all over this thing. Maybe if I get... I don't care about radio components. Maybe if I can get one of these batteries back, then I focus on taking them all. Though I'm noticing... Actually, crud. I think these are all little individual modules. None of them have thrusters. Get all the bits out of there. Okay. I think what I'm going to do here is put all the stuff that I want into containers. I think I'm just going to, you know, reclone again. Yeah, that'll be good enough. If I shut down the drive and the engine, I can come back, I can go over there with thrust. So now all of my fuel should be going into the fuel tank. Unless I'm out of ice already? I am. Okay, we mine more ice first. Get ourselves a little bit more fuel to go. Then I can get to those batteries. If I fly over there manually, I should have enough fuel,
Inventory
hopefully, to hook up, drain their power into the Baby Bee and the jump drive, and then just get out of there. It's not happy, but it is processing. Okay. Let's go and hope we have enough juice. This thing's not gonna fly very well. It's in disco mode. It should be enough. Yep. Uh-oh. Correct. Okay, it was not enough. I think I'm gonna have to wait. My roll isn't gonna carry me around to where the solar panel is in the sun. Okay. We've somehow reverted this to, I guess, a mix between a sailing vessel and a steam engine. I need to... where's a spot? This spot will do. Okay. I need to adjust my sail to catch the solar wind. There we go. Okay. So, I've caught the wind. Fires are still stoked. Where was... Okay. Keep the panel sunward. Thrust us. With little bursts. See, this is actually more efficient because I'm burst thrusting. Has nothing to do with the fact that power is being slowly drained. Oh, what a state we're in. Now the trick here is going to be maneuvering with enough fuel to get to the batteries. I think I'll want to plan out exactly how I plan on doing that first. I'm guessing I'll probably just want to merge block onto the module that battery's on. And get as close as we can. Hopefully nothing else here has turrets. Come to a stop. Actually, something I can do. Not that one. If I pull the solar panels off of this, I can slap them onto the baby bee. Then I have a little bit more power. So that is good. Let's do some merge blocks. The biggest trouble here is going to be steel tubes. There's only 12 of them. Oh, that's probably enough. Get some steel. And computers. Oh, I think... what is that door is busted. That has computers. Alright. So. Looks like we're good. Let's do this as fuel efficient as possible. Which means dampeners off. Classic space flying. Looking good. Make sure we're mostly aligned. Okay. Final approach. We've got magnetism. Push into it. There we go. Haha. Alright. We have a battery.
Jump drive back on. What are we looking at now? 5 minutes until we're ready to jump. We have a bit of fuel. I'm gonna go look at some of these other modules. See if there's anything else good on them. And then I may try and connect one more to this mechanism just to make sure we have enough juice to get everywhere we might want to go. That beeped. Well, I registered that a moment too late. Good thing I didn't try and connect to that one. Where is my body? Careening off. Did I even have anything? Okay. This has a medical survival kit and a log. What was supposed to be another routine transfer of employees turned into a nightmare. I'd say. They left us here, all of us, sold us out perhaps. We were halfway through our journey when all of a sudden the transport ship dumped all of the habitat pods and jumped away. We didn't have to wait long, though. That's a double something. Only a few minutes after the transport ship vanished, they showed up. Rusty ships with strange markings. Armed men used hand grinders and guns to breach the door. I mean, it's not rusty. There were threats and flashes of shots. I hid inside the bathroom and opened my airlock. Something, something, something. Before it was my turn... Oh. I hid inside the bathroom and opened my airlock before it was my turn, so that they might think that my pod was already ransacked. It worked, and I regret it. It's been 9 weeks since then. I scavenged the other life pods for ice, oxygen, tools, and parts. Managed to build a beacon and solar panels, but food, ice, and hope are running low. Well... Look, he'd clearly already been rescued when I got here. That's why there's no body. Therefore, this was a legitimate salvage operation, and I can't be held accountable for it. I mean, he built a pirate marker, so who knows? Maybe that was the cops that showed up. Ooh. That's nice stuff. Just lie in his bed and scrounge for nickels. Nope. Not a ton. That was a... Yeah, it's another oxygen bottle. Stop that. Okay, so this pod isn't horrible, but it is... You know, it's mostly intact. Maybe I slapped myself onto this one. It is also actually kind of the next one in line. I could do this differently, but I'm gonna... I have to hack this stuff anyway, so I might as well. Not convert the station, claim the grid. Still gonna have to grind a bunch of stuff, but that shouldn't be an issue. We can get some of this stuff repaired, just because eventually I'm gonna need it for redocking and refueling. Alright, hopefully that reconnects my survival kit. Yes, it does. That's good. Alright, I just need 5 tubes. Which I could get from there. Or I can get from there. Jump drive is green, so we are ready to rock. And that battery is actually probably still half full, so I probably only need the one, but I've gone through all the effort. Might as well get this other module. Come on. Darn magnets. Oh, this wiggling is not great. Oh. In fact, everything is... Oh, boy. Getting seasick. Come on, connect you. This is such a waste of fuel. Dang it. You know what? As fun as that was, it's going off to see the world. Off to greener pastures. We've got what we need. Alright. Jump drive. Yep. Destination space base. Could jump to this private sail. I don't think that'll help us. Alright. Destination set. Is the jump drive actually set to... Let me just make sure. Okay. We are aligned. Positioning for... the sun's not in a great spot for a cinematic view. Do that as cinematic view. Alright. Aligned and positioned for cinematic view. Be thrusting forward just for more cinematography. Here we go. I guess we'll need another jump after this, but here we go for the first jump. So much closer to home. Alright. So, fully depleted in 9 minutes. Jump drive will be... Oh, no! I didn't take into account the fact that I'd already had power in the jump drive. I did need that second battery! Oh! Okay, well... I mean, 480 kilometers, we could do it sublight. You know, it's better than 2,000. I don't have very much fuel, and I'll need to stop. So let's stop. Get our solar panels in the sun. Either I get myself up to speed and try and coast towards the base. If I do that, I need to have enough fuel to stop. Which we may no longer have anyway. The other option is I get enough juice in the jump drive to hopefully make the jump. But that could take forever. I mean, I do have 2 solar panels. At this point, I think I have to. Let's just get the drive as full as it'll go. I really do wish that you could, you know, that you didn't have to have the drive fully full to make a jump. Now, I guess I always thought that a jump drive, when you jumped, only used enough charge to get you where you were going. So if you were doing... I mean, I guess that last jump was full distance, so... It's hard to really say. But yeah, you need it to be pretty much at full in order to do the initial jump. I'm so annoyed that I couldn't get that second module on. I knew I wanted that second battery. I could have probably managed it by using a second merge block. Because then that second merge block, they would have magnetized both of them and killed that back and forth rocking that the thing was doing. But by the time I was in it, it was already done. That thing wasn't gonna stop what it was doing. I mean, we'll have to see. Because of the solar panels, it should keep charging. It's just gonna be painfully slow. Like, painfully slow. This is doing 5 megawatts. I think each panel does like 100 kilowatts. Yeah, 300 kilowatts. So those 2 panels aren't even half of an engine. Engine's almost dead. The timer had already kicked back up to 12 minutes. I guess the power falls off as we get low on fuel. Yep. And there we go. Engines have cut out, fully recharged in 6 hours. Gonna go and look at this unknown signal to make me feel better. Maybe it'll be full of power cells and ice to help me. Need a GPS though to know where I need to go. That would suck to get all the way here and lose the thing. Alright. What do you have for me? A cow drill. Oh, I get a plushie out of it. That's lovely. Yeah, that makes it all better. Alright, I think we're calling it here. We are closer to home, but we're still a long way from it. I think I'm going to try a different approach next week that'll hopefully help. I mean, it should at the very least be interesting. So, yeah. But until then, thank you everybody so much for watching. Feel free to check out the other stuff I've done where I get lost in space pretty often. It's a big place. It's not very many road markers. Yeah, see you next week and bye-bye.